tariffs will provide revenue, but will they offset but will it be offset by currency adjustments? Assuming a 25% tariff, what currency offset do you feel will be reflected in the CAD? On September 25th, the CAD went to 74. Assuming 50% of the 25% tariff is offset, the CAD would fall to 65. Currently, it's at 69. Worst case scenario. Given our central bank is hell bent on getting rates to zero, seems like the loonie has only one way to go, which could be much lower.
Yeah,
and you talked about this a little bit already, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if the tariffs are put into place, whether it's beginning of March, end of March at some point, I can see the value of our dollar testing sort of the historic lows, hitting easily 62 cents, probably falling even below 60 cents. So if you look at the decline in the tariffs from the the decline in the value of the dollar prior to the threat of the tariffs to their imposition, they will probably have completely offset the effects of the tariffs. Okay, so who's going to pay? Canadian consumers and Canadian companies that import capital goods, import various other inputs to produce products to ship in North America or perhaps other parts of the world. So they're going to be negatively impacted.
And if we don't deal with our tax rate issues, like they say that California is the most, far-leaning left state. For fun, last night during dinner, I looked at what the tax rate there is. Well, the highest tax rate's at $1 million, and that goes to 47%. In this great province, that's at 53, and that's at 220 or something, 230. It's crazy. Anyway, so because otherwise companies are just going to move from Canada and go to the U.S. and set up because the tax rate's lower, personally and corporately.
Absolutely. I mean, I teach my students in international trade. I said, let's look at the European unions of the countries. Who are the wealthiest? Well, after Luxembourg is Ireland. And you say, well, Ireland, what do? They're a tax haven. I saw that Accenture is headquartered in Ireland.
Yeah.
And they have generated enormous wealth through low corporate taxes. We have this sort of myth here that you have to tax corporations, Well, they don't really pay the tax, for one. And two, they can structure their operations to shift profits around. So if we had any wisdom at the political level, we would drop the corporate tax rate to about 10%. We would get a massive windfall. And all of a sudden, we would see many companies relocating their headquarters or significant parts of their operations to this country.
Listen, I think you should just put your application in. You have my vote. If you're ready, you can take over leadership.